DevOps. What is SDLC? Okay, what is SDLC? Okay, and difference between SDLC and Agile. Alright, what is Agile? Again, what is Agile and what is the difference between SDLC and things? What is SDLC? SDLC life cycles. Okay, software development life cycles. It is suggestions that how to develop a project, right? How to develop a application or a software kind of stuff, right? Software development project. So requirement gathering, analysis or a plan, designing, coding or development, testing, deployment and maintenance. There is the issues in SDLC, like frequent deliveries are not happen. Okay, we don't accept the changes once requirements gathering is done. Okay, so longer waiting of a product delivery. Okay, product delivery will take a time. Okay, meanwhile any changes occurs, that's again big problem, right? So maintenance is also there, right? So these are the certain issues in the SDLC. So then Agile model came into market. So Agile contains 12 principles in the Agile. Agile is not for just completely make it and deliver it. Guys, you can take WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or any application as you know. So from there now to here like that. Okay, even Google also. So Google search engine is there. Google mail communication is there. Google storage is came into market. So Google products also is the best example for a Agile kind of stuff. Okay, their features. Okay, you can explain things in a daily life things also in the Agile. Okay, so what is a Agile? It is also a project management software development related one. It is more interactive way to develop. It is customers will get a project, the required things they will come very faster. So there is a 12 principles are there. Out of 12 principles, I'm telling in order wise. Okay, so first one is it is first importance customer satisfaction by delivering continuously and early as we are delivering software to the customers. Okay, so we can welcome changes. So customer means the client is whenever it required changes. So we'll accept the changes anytime we accept the changes. Okay, so deliver work software frequently. So working software we are delivering frequently within the couple of weeks to couple of months. Shorter the life is better the thing. So important is working software is we have to deliver. Okay, if non-working, so next one is not working, immediately you can able to roll back. So lesser change is there. Not all features we don't specify, or 10-20 features we don't develop. So we specify, we go with the 1 or 2 features we develop and deliver. If something issues occur, we'll take it back and we'll deliver it again. Okay, so like that. So that's why it is continuous delivery. That is very important. Continuous delivery. Remember, continuous, including spelling. Business people and developer must work together daily throughout the project. Build projects around a motivated individuals. Okay, so face-to-face conversions. So compulsory. Business people and developers must work together throughout the project. So then we can understand what are the requirements of the clients, how much work is completed, this much work is enough for a start to do the client work kind of stuff. We can do it. Face-to-face conversation means people understand what is the status of the work, what are the changes required, what are the challenges they are facing. So that kind of stuff. Any doubts, configure things, we can able to do it. Working software is a primary measure of progress, of course. Okay, best architectures, of course, these are a normal thing. Okay, so these are the things. Important difference between SDLC and Agile, guys. In SDLC, changes are not acceptable. Agile changes are acceptable. Remember, in SDLC, requirement changes once requirement gathering is completed. So we are not accepting changes in SDLC. In Agile, we accept the changes. In SDLC, so the developer team or a project manager or a project team leader will get a project details and distributed and start development. Okay, so in Agile, it is not like that. The developer and business people both should be communicate. Face-to-face communication is there. And SDLC, we have to wait to complete the project. In Agile, it is not like that. They'll release the base model. If client is like that, client is client no need to wait for a 1 year or 2 years for a completion of project. In Agile, just immediately within 2 to 3 months only, the base project is ready. So client can start their work. So later again, we will develop one by one, phase by phase, or a feature by feature. We can develop and deliver continuously to the client. So in SDLC, waiting time is longer. In Agile, waiting time is lesser. Agile, waiting time is lesser. Okay, so that is the one. So building time is also good, right? So in SDLC, so you are a developer, lot of earlier days, people wait for bill payment, like you are a startup company. You acquire people to work on a project. So you got a new project from a client. Now you develop it, you deliver it. There is a maintenance is also there, right? So once everything is finished, then only a client will give the money. Then only you can pay the salary. Otherwise, meanwhile, your employees will get angry. You are unable to pay the salaries also, right? So you have to wait. So company got closed meantime. So you are unable to pay for money to your employees. You got amount. So anyway, meanwhile, the employees are gone from your company. So you take the money in your pocket, bye to everyone. Okay, this is the biggest frauds happened in there. Now it is become a very less, because you don't have to wait for a 6 months or 1 year, 2 years for a complete project and all. In Agile, so phase by phase project is development and deployment. So continuous delivery of project is there. And make sure that less failures are mainly working softwares here. Make sure working software is concerned, means even though next development is having some problem, but already having project is running fine. So no problem with that one. Okay. So these are the main differences between SDLC and Agile. So welcoming changes. Okay, changes. Next time period. And problem solving, like a face-to-face conversions increases. Okay, and also everyone, not only so they can adjust according to the project related things. So multiple jobs you can able to do it. Like I'm a tester, I'm no need to be tester always. I can do another job also. New skills will be easily developed based on that one. Okay, lesser the people, more achievement we can able to do it. So these are the major things in your Agile and this one. Guys, understand these points?
Yes, sir.
The next question is always, yeah, tell me. Next question is, what is DevOps? Then we'll start with the DevOps here. Already I told what is DevOps. DevOps, development and operation. Now again, Agile in development. Okay, so and Agile in operations also. Usually in SDLC, we talk about development. In direct Agile, we are also talking about development only. But in DevOps is a development in Agile in a development, Agile in a operations. Both are there. Meaning is you develop a program, you develop a software, you develop a project, application, operating system, web application, or anything. That is the development part. Once your development completed, you deploy. Once you are deploy and it is going to client side. But you monitor the client side also. So verify what is the performance of application. What is the performance of application? So then based on the performance, we'll take the feedback and keep updates, keep working on it, keep develop. So then we can able to do it. Okay, I'm not saving this one, just I'm going out. So like this, it is. Again, this is again not as a client. It is I'm taking these things as a two. Actually, we have to take rounds, but I'm not taking as a rounds. It is understand development side and operation side. Okay, development side and operation side. This is a development side. I'm the developer. I done a development. This is the operations, means where your application is running. Okay, so once you have done a development, so once you have done a development of your project, you deploy to the client, right? So client runs this your project application. What we are doing it, we monitor it. We monitor it. We check the monitor like using different tools, monitoring tools like this. We are written some tools here. Where is the tools? It is Nagi OS, Relay, App Dynamic, Zabbix. These are the different monitoring tools. Performance monitoring tools. I am checking performances of this software. What is how it is working? How much performance on CPU? Okay, how much it is taking CPU? How much RAM consumption? How much disk consumption? Okay, how much hard disk consumption? Okay, so how much like a network consumption? NIC. Okay. Okay, so how much network consumption? So monitor these parameters. Now we'll understand it is working good. For example, I usually use a application called where it is. I have a lot of applications. Okay, so for example, yeah, VSCode is there, Visual Studio Code is there. First time I used it, it is fantastic. I told everyone that, including I have a video. And even I got a comment on the VS Code installation. That is also beautiful things. Okay, so luckily someone got that. He is searching for a VS Code related. He got that information. Luckily, he given a comment also on a VS Code. So that's I feel very happy in that. And so what happened? This VS Code one day it is got updated. Okay, after installation of 3-4 days it got updated. So what happened? It is very slow, very dead slow and all. So I don't understand and all. I restarted a computer, I closed everything I done. And it is done another update. Like what I have done, I uninstalled the product and again installed a new one. And it is update again. So then it is worked very good, fine. So like that, sometimes you may get a problems, performance. So actually I want to tell about this, where it is. Malwarebytes. I want to tell about a Malwarebytes. This is a Malwarebytes is a anti-malwares. It's a software for a anti-malwares. It protects my system from anti-malwares, antivirus kind of stuff. also there. Okay, it's a very smooth one, so no need to over acting is not there. Malwarebytes don't do overacting. Okay, and that too I don't do any much scanning with it. Only registry scanning is there. So okay, some antiviruses do overacting. What is overacting? It block your network. It block your ping request. It block everything. So it is saying it is a protection. It is not a protection. It is just a overacting of software. Okay. So look at here. What happened one day? The Malwarebytes running in my system, it consumed my RAM very highly. So my 12 GB RAM becomes zero available. So I got down. So then immediately system is got overheated and all. So finally I disabled it and uninstalled it. Okay, and I didn't start using again. After a few days, again I want to show you to people. So I installed a new edition. That time problems are solved and luckily it is working. The point is, if you find any performance related issues, if you find some performance related issues at a on an application running at a client side, what you have to do, take it. Okay, so check the performance issues. Check the performance issues. Based on that one, try to solve your problem. Solve it, rebuild it, and deploy it again. Deploy it again. So then the next product and the next version, we are getting the better version than previous one. Performance improves. Performance improves. So new features. Okay, so like that. So DevOps is based on both the things. One is development and operations. So in operations also will continuously will verify whether how it is the performance of our application. So we'll take it. Any issues are there, we'll take it and we do redo it. We'll redo it means continuously we develop again. We develop again and deploy again. So this is called a DevOps. You guys understand what is DevOps?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Point is development and operations. Agile in development, Agile in operations. So here we have split dev and ops kind of stuff. Of course, we need a more big one. It contains, of course, there is a life cycles of DevOps is there. Okay. So it is the first important thing is continuous. So it is Agile. Agile is never complete. Agile is always continuous. Okay, keep running kind of stuff. So first of all, continuous, continuous, continuous delivery is there now like this. Continuous. Oh yes, I forget that. Continuous development. Continuous development. First one is continuous development. The second one is once you're developed, what you do? Continuous testing. Once you're developed, continuous testing. Okay, continuous testing. Next, continuous integration. Okay, continuous integrate. Continuous integrate. Next, continuous deploy. Next one is continuous, and no need to doubt, guys. It is monitor. Development testing, integrate, deploy, and monitor. These are your DevOps life cycles. DevOps life cycles: continuous development, continuous testing, continuous integration, continuous deploy, continuous monitoring. Okay. In the DevOps, other phases also there: plan, code, build, test, or a test build kind of stuff. Anything you can take. Build, actually test and build. So I will be back in that point. So I have given a thing, integrate. Integrate. So deploy, integrate, deploy, monitor. So of course there is one more is there, deploy and operate. Deploy, operate, monitor. So these are the main parts of your DevOps. Main parts of your DevOps. So what it is? Plan, code, build, test, integrate, operations side, deploy, operate, monitoring. This part, this specific part is continuous development. Okay. The first part is the continuous development. This part is continuous. Middle one, integrate. Next, this specific part like a continuous testing, build and testing. It is a build and testing, a test and building, whatever it is. Next, this part is specifically is a continuous deployment. This is continuous monitoring. So again, if it is like a, writing related, then we can able to show you easily. Okay. So continuous integration, integrated, plan and code, continuous development, deploy and operate, continuously deployment. Continuous testing is nothing but a build and test. Okay. Continuous monitoring belongs to monitoring. Okay. So this is your DevOps. So first of all, you have to remember what is DevOps. It is the development operations. It is Agile in development and Agile in operations. DevOps have a 5 life cycles: continuous deployment, continuous development, testing, continuous integration or integrate, continuous deploy, continuous monitor or monitoring. Yes, monitoring. And so in a dev, what is there in the dev side and ops side? Dev means you are planning and coding or designing, coding. 3 things you can put it: plan, code, and build and test. Is these 4 parts comes under development. In operations, deployment, operate, monitor. What is this integrate? The integrate integrates your operations and development. Okay, so I've written like this, but actually you have to write like this. It's in a different block way also you can able to write it. So okay, so you have to take it little far. So this is deploy, operate, continuous integration, monitor, develop. This is the whole picture of your thing. Guys, look at here. In DevOps, development means this is continuous. What is these two things comes under? Continuous development. These two continuous
testing.
Continuous deploy. Very good. Continuous
Monitoring.
monitor or a monitoring. Then what is this? Continuous integration. Okay, so what happen? You develop a code. I will take some colors here, so better. You develop a code. You are a developer, you develop a code. After development, you build it and test it. You build it and test it. In operation side, so once test is completed, then they will deploy and make sure it is working in a client side. And we monitor it and make sure it is we are doing it. And what here at happen, we are integrating this kind of stuff with integrator. Okay, what we are doing it, we are integrating this operations like a development and operations with a integrator. Okay, we are integrating together. Okay, so this is original explanation, but what I'm trying to say it is this is different. Okay, but generally it is symbolic representation of DevOps is infinite because it is a continuous symbol. The symbolic representation is continuous symbol. Okay, so first we develop the code and we tested it, we deploy it, we operate and monitor it. If any issues are there, then it will go to again development department. So they develop, test it and deploy it and monitoring it. So this is a continuous process. It is a continuous process. So in this continuous process, that's why we say everything is continuous development, continuous testing, continuous integration, continuous deploy, and continuous monitoring. So this is overall your DevOps. Of course, if you go to Google and put a DevOps there, then you will get those related pictures like this. This is also a beautiful picture. So we can look at different pictures also there, like this, like this, like this. Any picture is okay, no problem. So look at this picture. It contains everything: plan, build, continuous integrations, deploy, operate kind of stuff. Okay. Also you can see this is coding, plan, coding, build, test, okay, release, deploy, operate, monitor. So release is there. That's the release point. Okay. So you can try like this. Okay. So what is the use? There we can find what are the things are available also. So you can save or copy the image also. We use the different tools to do it in this one. So next point is we have to go to tools point. Okay. Actually, no, I don't. This is okay. When I learn, so I save those related PPTs, but I forget where I saved it. I have taken a classes earlier, but I got a lot of gaps in between. Okay, one is there. What about others? PowerShell, Jenkins tutorial, continuous development. Where are others? Find out Udemy. Not this Udemy. Not this Udemy. Udemy DevOps. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So deployment, development. What is DevOps? Okay. Yeah. It does not contain any theory point, guys. So whatever I told, the same thing in a pictorial manner. So it is about 4 o'clock. Okay. So what is a point of DevOps? It is. Okay. Look at this. What is a waterfall model? It is complete. Requirements are clear and fixed. Okay. Production definition is stable. Production definition is stable version, and of course, after completion, you will get a stable version only released. Okay. And requirement gathering is completed. In a agile development, requirements changes frequently. Development needs to be fast. Okay. Requirements changes frequently. This is also DevOps. DevOps is nothing but a extension of Agile type only. So Agile in the development, Agile in the operations. So it is a Agile only. So requirement changes frequently, but we have put a Agile not only in the development and also in the operations, continuous one. This is a Facebook scenario they explained earlier. So what happened? Facebook developed a certain features in 2011, and they deploy into multiple servers in the all over the world at a time. So what happened? The heavy changes unable to accept. So right, some people are saying yes, new features are very good. Some people are saying my Facebook is not at all open. Some people are saying my data is unable to access. So people don't understand what happened because of this heavy replication at a time at a multiple sites. Replication of development, new product is there. So either it is a product error or it may be a load error can be happen. So that's the problem they faced it. So they launch a dark launching technique. Okay. This is the main point to understand what is the DevOps means. What is a dark launching techniques? Initially, they develop a small part and deploy into smaller group only 2-3 servers only, a smaller user base only they deployed and monitored it. So how it is working, the performance of application, is any errors are there. So then they deploy to the next few, next like that. So they stably deploy into multiple things. So that is a dark launching technique. If you see in this picture, Facebook new features not deployed to every server, it deploy into only one single user base only to particular in US New Jersey area, and monitor it. Any issues are there, any issues are there, bugs are there, and roll back it. If in case you found, roll back. If not found, or it is found, roll back and go to continuous development and continuous test it again, try it again, and deploy it again. Check it with monitor it, how it is functioning. If it is very good, then continuously deploy to other servers. So then other users, at least other users will get all others will get a proper working software. Okay, that is main important, right? So continuous development, continuous testing, continuous integration, and continuous deployment and continuous monitoring. These are the parts of your DevOps. That is, DevOps is a software development approach which involves continuous development, continuous testing, continuous integration, continuous deployment, and continuous monitoring of software throughout its development lifecycle. Plan, code, build, test, deploy, operate, and monitor. Yes, very good. See, I can remember so many days, or after 6 months, I think so. Okay, earlier I have a very good videos also there. Okay, I got a very good feedback of it also. Okay, plan, code, build, test, deploy, operate. If you see here, there is a certain tools are given example tools to know it. Okay, so we'll see what is these tools and then we'll take a small break. Okay, so each part for we require a certain tools. So then also we'll see in our tools also. So continuous development. For a development, what is the requirement? Guys, tell me. You want to develop a code, like you have a Python application, or you have a Python or a Java, C language. So for a development, so for coding, what is the requirement? Of course, the programming language is required, but where you develop the code? Where you develop the code? IDE, integrated development environment. For Python, it is a Pycharm, right? VSCode is there. VSCode is there. Atom is there.
Jypitor.
Eclipse. Jypitor. Jypitor. I have to check it once again. Eclipse, ELI. Eclipse, Apache NetBeans, like this. There is so many IDEs are there to develop. Next, there is a versioning. For versioning, we have a Git. Okay, to store version, to store and for a, you can say it is what we can say repositories. Repository kind of stuff. It is like a GitHub, Gitbuket. This is Subversion. Okay, Subversion is also there. Subversion, Gitbuket. Okay, so GitHub, other things also there to store code. Okay, store the code, meaning is like a remote repositories, managing repositories, versioning technique, like a central distribution versioning kind of stuff, coding. These are all comes under your continuous development plan and coding. So I'll show you here. It is GitHub, Subversion, Of course, they're written as JIRA also. JIRA for it is like for what is JIRA in the JIRA, three, four things are there. JIRA is like a pipelining, work pipelining, progress pipelining kind of stuff. Okay, it's like a work pipelining kind of stuff, not Jenkins pipelining. Okay, work progress bar. So think like this. It is a work progress related. Okay, it's like a pipeline. So we have to tell that is also example of progressing, right? So it is a pipelining. What is the status? You can find our project status, issues. Okay. There is other tools, confluence also there. Like I open here, it is there somewhere it is there. This is confluence. Okay, confluence. This is also not for a coding. Okay, it is also like JIRA only. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Here it is. Okay, so next one is continuous testing. Build tools are there, Maven and MS Build. These are basic build tools. There are a lot of build tools also there. I use package management tools also there. Okay, package management tools are there. Okay, the Maven. This is something it is there. Gradle is also there. Next, testing. When you do test, so yeah, of course, JUnit, Selenium testing tools are there. Okay, so any other testing tools are there. Next, continuous integration. Integrate or a integration tool is important is in the Jenkins. Okay, very important is Jenkins. You can search for any other alternate, any continuous integration tools. Okay, Jenkins is a continuous integration, continuous development tool. A big story is given. No, I don't go with that one. So you go with CI by CD. Okay, CI by CD versus DevOps. Okay. So many are here. What is CI by CD? A method frequently deliver apps to customer by introducing automation into the step of DevOps. Maintaining concept of CI or a continuous integration, continuous delivery, or a continuous deployment. Okay. So what is this? Okay. So your Jenkins is a CI by CD, continuous integration, continuous delivery tool. Okay, like this, there is maybe so many tools are there, but most famous is that one only at present. Continuous deploy. Okay, so we can deploy. Is there continuous deploy? What is continuous deploy? So there is a deployment and operate. So here it is. We use Puppet. We can deploy code with a Puppet. Ansible. Chef. Like different tools we use it. So look at here, Puppet, Chef, SaltStack, and Ansible. SaltStack. Okay. Next is monitoring tools. Okay, monitoring tools. Morning I told already few monitoring tools. Continuous monitor. So in a monitoring tools, what are the monitoring tools? NagOS, Relic, or a new Relic. Actually the name is changed to new Relic. App Dynamic. Okay, Zabbix, ERTZ. There's so many application monitoring tools. Actually, it is not just a normal monitoring tools. It is what we require application monitoring tools. Put it in Google. What is a application monitoring? Application resource monitoring tools were required. So Zabbix is not directly application monitoring tool, but we can do it. NagOS is a trial version. Zabbix is a open source version. Okay. So guys, this is about your DevOps. Again, what is a DevOps? DevOps is a development and operations, continuous development, testing, integrations, or integration, or okay, integration, deploy, monitoring of any project throughout the life cycles. 5 life cycles are there. We have seen that one. And there is a few parts of your DevOps: plan, code, build, test, integrate, deploy, operate, and monitor. The plan and code is comes under the continuous development. Integrate comes under integration. Integrate or integration, no problem. That is testing is build and test comes under testing. Okay, continuous deploy is operate and deploy. Continuous monitoring is comes under monitor or a monitoring. We use a different type of tools in here. Guys, why DevOps? Before going to why DevOps, what is like a DevOps kind of stuff? Microsoft Team Foundation Server. Okay. This is called a TFS. MS. So mostly organizations you are using after Scrum. This is Team Foundation Server. Yeah, it's directly came. Team Foundation Server. Help manage teams and their code because of TFS combo, version control, issue tracking kind of stuff. So direct Wikipedia. I am taking from this is Wikipedia definitions. So Azure DevOps Server, Microsoft, that is Azure DevOps Server. It is product kind of stuff. In a DevOps kind of stuff concept, we can also implement in a other places also. Also in a AWS also we can implement pipe coding kind of stuff is there. Okay. So it is a Microsoft related product anyway. Why DevOps is more important? Why we should learn a DevOps? Okay. First of all, to learn the DevOps, to why we should learn the DevOps kind of stuff. Okay. Understand life cycles of project. Okay. Different tools we use it. Along the DevOps, there is no subject of DevOps. DevOps is not a subject. DevOps is not a software. Guys, DevOps is not a software. It is a multiple kind of stuff we are using. Most of the things we are using are a open source. In DevOps, we use it. All are open source kind of stuff only. No need to pay to use any kind of stuff. For example, IDEs. For example, you go to Eclipse or NetBeans, Jypitor. Jypitor is some other place is there. But if you see this is a development IDE codes, you don't need to pay to anyone. Simply download and use it. Git is free. Git is free. GitHub is free. Of course, the paid versions are there. Free version is there. Okay, paid version is there. Free version is there. You can use free. I have created almost 30-40 repositories in GitHub. Okay, so work progress kind of stuff. JIRA is a different point. It is here, but if you go to the testing, Maven is free. It is belongs to Apache and is Apache related. It is also open source. Maven is a open source. It is a build and test tool. Actually, Maven is a build and test. It will do both the things. It will do building and testing also. Ant is only do building, not a testing point. Okay, so we can't archive also. We can't do it with the Ant. Okay, Ant is also same thing. Maven and Ant are both the same. What only thing is Ant can able to build it, not a testing. Actually, it will do Maven do testing with the JUnit. Okay, that's why it's a Maven is enough for about the things build and test. So testing, JUnit, Selenium, these are all like a free resources. Jenkins, you can download it from internet directly and you can use integrations. Puppet, Ansible, Chef, SaltStack, no need to pay. All are open sources only. Nagiwise is a free trial version and Zabbix is a open source kind of stuff. App Dynamic, I never tried that one, so like whatever it is, guys, it is. There is a lot of other tools are available, but important thing here it is in a DevOps. In DevOps we use maximum tools are almost all tools are at a open source tools only we are using. Okay, it is support for a minimum basic like a startup company like a starters of developers to enterprise developers. So DevOps support for starters to enterprise developers also. So these 2 points at least try. Faster delivery of faster delivery and important is faster delivery and continuous monitoring. Second one is in DevOps. Why DevOps? In DevOps, okay, tools are open source. Tools are open source. And very important point here it is, I want to add it. Okay, DevOps, not a single application. Single applications contains so many. In DevOps, the tools are open source. Multiple tools. Tools means applications. Okay. DevOps support for a starters to enterprise level developers. DevOps, learning of DevOps. Learning of DevOps. Okay, learning of DevOps is for administrators, means not a developer. Administrators simply say DevOps is a more like a administration. More like a administration. Your learning of DevOps is not a development. Learning of DevOps is administration. So some people get it out, sir. We are not belongs to any application development. Why we need a DevOps? You are learning a Windows server. You are learning a Linux server. We are learning a networking. We are doing for administration purpose. Same thing. Learning a DevOps is like a learning a administration only. Administrating these tools together. And some tool we forget, that is which is not a part of this part, but here it is in the deployment. When you say deployment, so we can add this small part here, that is called a container virtualization. What is container virtualization, that we will see later, but here it is Docker, Kubernetes, different tools we are using. Okay guys, got it? I took a lot, almost like 1 hour. Understand DevOps?
Yes, sir.
Can you ever remember all these things?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
That's enough. Not enough. Okay, so we'll come back in after a break. Take a 10-15 minutes of break. We'll go with Git after this one. We'll go to what is Git, what is versioning. Okay, I will show you little practical also. What is versioning? What is Git? Okay, I will try to show you. So like that. So this is a one PPT, right? So what is DevOps PPT? So, and also I will go to development, continuous development. Okay. So this is a picture like a continuous integration, DevOps life cycles. Okay, establish functionality, deployment, servers. These many are there. I never seen. Very less points are there. So usually continuous deployment and monitoring. So why I open that one? I want to open development. Yeah, that's why I never seen that. So see this. Same thing only. Okay, continuous development, continuous testing, continuous deployment, continuous operate, continuous integration. Okay, continuous development, continuous. Why code versioning is important? What is the code versioning? Git and GitHub. Okay, this thing we will discuss after the break, and also I will try to show you small practicals in it. Okay, so I will try Git and Jenkins today. If anything is left over in a Jenkins kind of stuff, tomorrow I will take at least 2 hours and all. We'll do it. Actually, to learn DevOps, minimum 3 to 4 days it will take. They are not giving that much time.